In this video, this stream did not end until I beat Bloodborne. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I did a marathon stream simulating a lot of the other marathon streams I have seen, but I did this one with Bloodborne because Bloodborne is a game that I know very well and I've beaten so many times. And how we're going to do this is we're going to do all 22 bosses in Bloodborne. That includes the main game, the DLC, not the chalices. I'm not doing any of that, just the main game and the DLC. That should be enough for the marathon. And I thought it was going to take me maybe 5-6 hours since I've beaten it so many times. I played it so many times and I am Souls like a veteran. Now, I got to be honest, I'm a little rusty. So how long do you think it took me? 10, 20, 25 plus hours to beat the game? Well, you're going to find out in this video. And we're going to start with one of the most popular and well-known bosses in all of Bloodborne out of the 22. We're going to start with the Cleric Beast. A big freaking werewolf beast thing. And as you can see, his left arm is pretty thick, so that's definitely his wanking arm. This boss isn't tough per se. I struggle a little bit because I'm a little rusty. And the funny thing is about this boss, it's not even needed, right, to beat the game. It's a very optional boss. I'm talking so optional, you could even beat him after beating the entire game. But I said I'm going to do every boss, so we got to do him. And we just do him first. Okay. Bad start. Oh my god, I got wrecked. Bad start. There we go. There we go. Oh. Next boss on the list is going to be Father Gascoigne, who happens to be a grave digging priest, I guess. And this guy happens to be a shapeshifter, and he himself turns into a werewolf-like being. He actually has one of the best lines in the game, so I'm going to just let you enjoy it and not steal it away from you, and let you hear this goodness he's about to spew out.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Yeah, alright, when's that coming? Alright, never. Oh, what? Okay, that's annoying. There we go. Jeez. jeez. Okay. Okay. Got a little nervous there. The blood-starved beast. This one, I mean, the proof is in the name. He's blood-starved. He or she, you know, I won't discriminate. They are blood-starved, and they have some flapping skin over them. Pretty cool. This one, not too bad. You know, you have some kind of items you can throw to distract it, but flames usually take care of this thing pretty good, so. Oh. And the challenges can begin. Dark Beast Paro. This one is interesting. You have to do a little bit of finessing to get to him early in the game. You'll get to him normally if you just follow the story, but to get to him early, you got to fight this kind of bagged hoodie guy. And you have to let him kill you, and then he'll kind of put a bag over your head and I guess put you in a sack and then teleport you to the prison. And this is kind of where you can get to this area that opens up later in the game early, and you can fight Dark Beast Paro. The problem that I was having is he was a little bit of a struggle early on. I'll let you get a little glimpse of what that looks like for me. That pisses me the F off, man! Come on! I'll come back and I'll get this guy. So yeah, I had to take a quick pause on Dark Beast Paro, but we're moving on to Vicar Amelia. And Vicar Amelia, as you can tell, now you'll notice a trend. A lot of these beast looking things are pretty much like a werewolf, you know, variation, but that's pretty cool. I love it. I eat it up. Amelia, I usually beat in one try, so it's not too hard. And this one on this day was no different because I was feeling great. Yeah, transform. Transform! There we go.
Okay, we're back on track, baby. Not moody at all. I like it.
The Witch of Hemwick. Now, this is a lie. There's actually 2 witches, and the problem with this fight, it took me an extra time to do it because there are 2 witches, and you have to kill both of them to beat the boss. Now, let's say you kill one of them, and then one of them is still alive. If you can't kill the other one in an ample amount of time, then the other witch comes back to life. So you could have this endless cycle of like downing one and then trying to down the other, and then if you don't down them in enough time, then the other one comes back to life. So that kind of happened a few times to me, but we got the job done.
Ah, my gosh.
Shadow of Yarnum. Don't get me started on these douchebags, man. There's freaking 3 of them in these cloak hoodies thinking they're all big and bad and scary. Well, let me tell you something. One of these guys is a coward because he's just throwing fireballs the whole time. The other one is kind of medium, has like a candle or something, candelabra or whatever, blowing fire. You know, think he's a pyromancer from the mouth. And then this one in the front, he just is like balls to the wall, man. So aggressive. But we get the job done, we take them all out, and the fun thing is when you get rid of 2 of them, the last one, you kind of just spam a little bit. Like hit them once and then they kind of dodge away and you can dodge into them and keep hitting them. And the kind of annoying thing with this fight too is that every time you damage them to a certain amount, they get more powers in the form of some snake-like attack, you know, like they become Mr. Fantastic with a snake arm, or they bring big snakes out from the ground or whatever. I don't get that. I just get a sword and I have to just slash them down, so unfair.
Did you do the thing? You know. Okay. Share him for now. Okay, we got him. Nice. Take this fool down. Oh. Okay, there we go. Better.
I told you we take Dark Beast Parl down. Now we move on to Rom, the Rom the Spider. Rom the Spider is an interesting one because he kind of dictates a change in the story. You beat him, you get a kind of a cutscene that leads into a blood moon thing, and it kind of changes the world state. The world state changed once after we beat Amelia. It kind of got a little darker, and then Rom is the second kind of world state change. And so Rom's kind of not too bad. It's just annoying with all the spiders you got to deal with. Is mini baby spiders, but once you get them taken care of, you can kind of get the Rom pretty easy, and you can take them out no problem.
Okay, there we go. Buy more blood gems. Or blood gems. Blood vials. Need more freaking blood vials, man. The blood moon. Let's skip this. I don't need to hear a crying baby.
The One Reborn, kind of underwhelming. If you ever played Demon Souls or the remake of Demon's Souls, then you'll kind of know this is similar to like one of the second bosses you fight, like Tower Knight, I believe it's called, where you kind of, before you fight Tower Knight, you go around the sides, like up the stairs, and then you kind of take out the archers up there. This one's kind of similar to that. You're going to take out the mages that are kind of defending and helping the One Reborn. And once you take them out, you go back down and you fight the One Reborn. And not too bad. You got to kind of stick close to him and attack his bottom and legs or whatever. He does some kind of like attacks where he like drops some blood from the sky and whatever, but he's not too bad. Pretty underwhelming, I would say. But the music is pretty cool.
I don't know, just everyone. Okay, dude. All this epicness and music for nothing? Yeah.
Amygdala, or as I like to say, because it just makes me think of it, the medulla oblongata from Waterboy. This boss is another one of the optional bosses. You don't have to do it. It's just one that I said I was going to do all bosses, and I have to do the optional bosses. Amygdala, not too bad. It's pretty easy, I think, if you're pretty high level at this point in the game. You just kind of attack its arms with like the white little spots on it. That's going to be some of its weak points. And if you can, hit its head, because that's going to give you a lot of damage. And you have a chance to kind of get a crit there and get a riposte off of hitting it off the head, because you do the most damage there. But overall, not a bad fight. Pretty easy to do if you just hit it in its weak points.
Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Finish it off. Oh boy.
Mikolash, host of the nightmare. I'm going to be honest about this one, folks. This is not a fight that I like, and a lot of people hate it. It's just super long because this guy is kind of a coward for most of the fight. You got to chase him around and hunt him down into certain parts of the arena, and then you attack him. And this has kind of two parts to it. Like, you find him in one area, and you get him down to like a certain amount of health, like halfway, and then he disappears again. You got to chase him again, and then you got to find him in a different portion of it.
What the fuck?
But there is a bit of a cheese, and I'm not gonna lie, I did cheese this one. For the cheese, you just throw a poison dagger up above before you drop down into the arena, and he kind of just will take damage after 2, I believe, and then it just stops affecting him, and you gotta throw 2 more, and then it keeps going until he dies. So that's pretty easy cheese to do, and I'm gonna take all the helpful things that I can do on this marathon run. One of the final bosses you have to face does require some items, and one of the items happens to be 3 umbilical cords. Yes, I know it's a weird thing. You need to eat 3 umbilical cords to face them, and the way you get one of these is by killing this lady on this hospital bed thing. Yep, you just got to kill her and get the umbilical cord, and then that's one of the 3 that you need to kind of face the final boss that you'll see later in this video. The next boss I like to call Marty Lagarius, a king, and this one is kind of similar to Dark Beast in that you have to do some special stuff to kind of get to this area, like in a snowy castle area. So you kind of gonna go back to the area where you fought the Witch of Hemwick, and you go to this pillar in the middle of nowhere pretty much, and then you do get a chariot that picks you up. You get into the chariot and it takes you to the castle, and that's kind of where you just go through there and get to the arena to where you fight Lagarius. And Lagarius is pretty cool, actually. You know, has a pretty cool cutscene. Not too bad. Took me 2 tries to get him, but this one is fairly easy. He gets kind of aggressive in the second half, and the first half's kind of more passive. So as long as you are smart with your dodges and attacks, you should be okay. There we go. I forgot about this attack. Oh gosh.
I got greedy. I got greedy. I had to do it. I had to do it. Oh boy. Ooh, a little scary. A little scary. Celestial Emissary. This one is a funny one. This one is just some blue, gooey guys that are in a pack attacking you, and you have to find the one that is the actual boss in the pack. And when you hit him a few times, he grows really big, and that's kind of all his gimmick is, and you just have to attack him, and once you kill him, they all die, and it's pretty easy, actually. Ebrietis, daughter of the cosmos, an ugly looking beast thing. This is one of the most unique bosses, I would say. There's another one coming up that's going to be unique, and actually happens to be a part of the DLC. But you will see. But these two, I feel like, are the most unique bosses in the game. This one, besides being ugly, I mean, is kind of crafty in its attacks and all that stuff. And it has a attack that uses Frenzy in the game. Frenzy kind of sucks because once the meter gets filled up, you lose most of your health bar. Unless you have like a sedative to kind of counteract it. But luckily, it only happened a few times. It did take me kind of like 4 or 5 attempts, I think, before I beat Ebrietis. But we got the job done eventually, and we got through this stupid frenzy stuff, and we slashed her down like everybody else before her. Level 5. That's probably why. I've been getting a lot of like upgrade material, like so I haven't really been, you know, exploring every area. Forget the stuff to take my health down to it. Okay, and we are done. Oh boy. Margot's wet nurse. I mean, I think where the wet nurse thing comes in is that it's like a baby that's crying all the time. So I think it's like a nursery and it's just crying a lot because it is just very sad. And, you know, it's going to be even sadder because we're going to have to destroy it and get another one of those umbilical cords that I talked about earlier to face the final boss. So I'm sorry, Margot, but you have to be put down like everybody else. And we have to get that umbilical cord to eat. wall, man. That's freaking crazy. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing, game? Okay, got greedy there. Yeah, but you're better than me, okay? That's a terrible comparison. Grab me. Grab me. Yeah, lady. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We have made it to the DLC, and Ludwig the Accursed is the first on our list. Now, I was really scared about this guy because he has been a thorn in my side every time I've played the DLC in this game because I always struggle with Ludwig. I don't know what it is, but I've always struggled to beat him, and it always took me like maybe 10 or 20 plus tries. So I was a little nervous going into this one. And I'll let you guys see how it turned out, but it might surprise you just a little bit because it surprised me a lot. You would think that's not what he would sound like. Oh. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Thought I dodged that thing. You don't know how fast my heart was beating on that, man. Oh my gosh, we did it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Living failures, and I gotta be honest with you guys, this one was not fun. This one was rough. Usually it does not take me this long. I could do it first try, but they were just pulling a lot of just stuff up from their butts that I've never seen before. And I think at this point in the marathon run, I was just so frustrated and just ready to be done. And it was taking a lot longer than I thought, that I was just over it, and it was just making me rage so much. So when I got it over with, I was just thrilled and ready to move on. What a horrible fight. What a god-awful fight. Trash! Straight freaking trash! Lady Maria, one of the best fights and one of my favorite bosses in the entire game and DLC. She's great. Has a great cutscene. Just the fight is really fun. And if you get some good parries off, you should be fine to kind of take her out in one go. So that's kind of what I stuck to. That strategy is trying to get the parries. But it was a fun fight nonetheless. I always enjoy fighting her when I play through Bloodborne. So even though I was already dead at this point, living failures made me feel like a living failures. Lady Maria fight was a pretty good pick-me-up.
Oh, I know very well how the secrets beckon so sweetly. Only an honest death will kill you now. Prevent you from your wild curiosity.
Oh, okay. How can I get that off? Okay. Oh, it's like, okay. Whatever. Somebody's on it. Oh, crap. Sorry, Lady Maria, it's over. Thank you, GG's. We made up. Orphan of Kos, one of the toughest bosses in the entire game. And this was the other unique boss that I said when I was talking about Ebrietas being another unique boss in the game. Kos is a very unique boss, and he uses a placenta as a weapon. Very unique. I don't think any other game does that, so that's pretty cool. This one was tough, man. I was so defeated, and I was at like around 40 deaths, and Kos alone took up my death count by 30 plus, and it was just rough. But luckily, one of my mods, Ender, helped me out, hopped in for a little bit, and gave me the extra push that I needed to take out Kos and move on to some more bosses.
Dude, I wonder how it would have been on BL4 when I read about that. Anyone watching the Stranger Things finale tomorrow? What's happening? Okay, very cool, very cool. All right. Okay, grab it. That one I gotta go forward.
Three hours later.
I'm just hoping if it doesn't work out and I go back, then I mean come back to it like I went too far up. Then like you know, the less health would be easier to manage again. What happened there? Okay. Alright, we just take off. Alright. Piece of crap. Gather. Okay. What's up? Yeah, he likes it so much. What the freak? Okay. Right. Watch out, he's coming for you. Oh, no, no, I meant to do. No, no, no! Okay. No, no, oh crap, I'm in the tree. Yeah, watch out behind you. Watch out.
I shouldn't have yelled that loud, but it's so late. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Well, I'll be leaving soon, so they'll probably be happy. After that 3-hour cost detour, Lawrence, the first Vicar, is our final boss in the DLC. Now, he can be pretty tough, and I was using like a summon to kind of help me defeat him, but eventually I just went at it alone because when you use summons, whether that's a NPC summon or a summon of an online player, the health bar of the boss you're facing is a lot bigger. So sometimes using a helpful companion can kind of hurt your chances of beating that boss. But I go it alone after a few attempts with one of my summons, and then I realized, you know what? That was the thing to do in the first place. Until you finish it. Pretty crazy.
Which one? Which message? The one you just did? No, I did. I just, I mean, you're not gonna like, well, I guess it's kind of the same thing as me, but I guess you wouldn't leave the stream on, you know, if you didn't finish. Like, I would have to leave it on if I didn't finish. Okay. I know you got that dog in you, man. I don't doubt it. Okay, what? I don't understand how that got me. Some of these things, man, are just crazy in this game. Like the hitbox is, like the hit you get, it's just freaking crazy. Or don't get, I guess. That's so terrible. What? Oh, jeez. Whoever did that, oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. That freaked me out. But thank you so much. Forged Letter, hello. Hopefully you're doing well. Hope you had a good stream, man. Hopefully your Bloodborne was a better experience than mine. Don't ever play Bloodborne without finishing the game. Like, don't ever play Bloodborne and say you're not gonna end stream until you beat it. Not a great idea.
We are in the end game now, boys, and Garamond the First Hunter is the first on our list of final bosses. Now, Garamond is the guy in the wheelchair that you talk to for the entire game. So he's been lying to us this entire time, man. He meant for us to submit our life this entire time, but I'm not going to do that. I've gotten this far, Garamond. I'm not going to let you cut me down without a fight. So you get out of your wheelchair and you walk like a normal man, like I know you can, and get these hands.
Jeez. I think I was right before the Upper Cathedral Ward. But yeah, really doing all the optional stuff, man, really slowed me down. Well, man, it started with us and it ends with us. I feel bad and also find it funny. Listen, even though it was somewhat strenuous, I still had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. My main goal is, like, if you guys are entertained, then I have done my job. You know? That's my main thing. If you guys are entertained, I'm happy. Okay, I better stop messing around here. I'm glad you had a great time. My brother didn't want to die. Yeah. Did he do like a blast or something? Yeah, he does. Okay. It's like a power up or something. Like he's like a Kaioken. What? That got me? Okay. Oh, I don't know why I did. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, jeez. This is like a rally or something? What the fudge? I don't remember any of this. If it went on longer than it did, which I would have got it, I think, at some point. Because I got freaking close. It's just, it would have taken me a while, I think. And I probably would have had to go to bed. But I really appreciate you helping me. Thank you so much for breaking your own rule. Even though I'm the boss, man. I'm the real boss, okay? I'm the boss. I'm the one that make the rules here. Okay? Not you. Nito will understand. For this one, I got to be careful. Because the blood thing. So hopefully I have enough. But can I stun lock this thing? Yeah, the masked man. Jamie, please don't try to interrupt. Not right now. Okay. Okay, wow. Dude. What the okay. Dude. I'm taking like so much damage. Like I'm barely doing any damage to it. Like usually I'm used to like doing a crap ton of damage. What the frick is happening? Okay. Oh crap, I can't. Oh, I can't go up there for a second. Dude, okay. What the freak is happening? Like I just.
Now you've already got a taste of this boss, but the Moon Presence is the final boss, the true final boss of the game. After beating Gehrman, you can fight the Moon Presence. You don't have to. Now the only way to fight him is you have to have the umbilical cords and you have to eat all three of them.
to be able to stop him from trying to cripple you and put you in the wheelchair, because you'll take Gammon's place if you don't fight the Moon Presence. But if you do fight the Moon Presence, then you kind of stop the cycle of the nightmare, basically, right? Where hunters have to go through the same cycle all the time and fight all these beasts and all that. So that's what we're doing. We're stopping the Moon Presence. Now, as you can see, this one took me a little bit because, man, I was already dead at this point in the marathon. But luckily, after a few attempts, we get back to the prime that we know we can be at, and we take down the Moon Presence finally. Goodness. Okay, it's over. I'm done. How do you find the sounds the thing makes nasty? Yeah, you could say that. I mean, I like the design of it. It's pretty cool. I really find this. By the way, I'm just as confused as you are when those orbs appeared. Yeah, I mean, I guess, dude, I've never fought this thing this long to know all these moves and stuff. Dude, I did scaled myself completely wrong. I think that's what made it hard for myself the whole freaking time. In all my years of Bloodborne, I've only seen that attack 3 weeks ago. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Thank you for the GGs. Oh my gosh, it's over. I've done it. I've beaten Bloodborne in one sitting. Oh my god, one stream. My gosh, man. Oh, we did it. Shammy, we did it. We did it, Shammy. We did it. We did it. Yeah. 15-hour stream, 14 hours of game. Jeez, man. And you know what? I can confidently say I'd never want to do this again. I never want to do this again.